Well, October 13th marks the 60th anniversary of a show that became an early television classic. Kukla, Fran and Ollie. It originated right here in Chicago, but it had a national following. Among KFO's fans were John Steinbeck, James Thurber, Orson Welles, Thornton Wilder, and our very own Rich Samuels, who's here to share some anniversary memories. Rich, where did we acquire these gems?
These come from the Chicago History Museum, and without further ado, for those of you who never met them and for those of you who missed them, watch this.
Here we are, back with you again. Yes, by gum. And yes, by golly. A Kukla Fran.
And dear old Ollie.
Here we are again. Here we are again. Here we are again. Here we are again.
Here we are again.
Here we are again.
That's great. Well, here we are again. Tell me, Rich, what was the state of television in 1947?
One television station, about 1,000 television sets, most of which were in saloons. RCA Victor decided that they wanted to broaden the market, so they sponsored Kukla, Fran and Ollie, hoping that people would start watching. They did, and within a short period of time, Kukla and Ollie began to know everything there was about television, especially Ollie. Watch this clip in which he tells us how the studio television camera operates.
Friends, this is a television camera. This is called panning. This is called a television engineer. This is called the... Kukla, you have to show this.
This is called the zoom-R lens. A special lens which has enabled you to go in and out of the picture very stuck.
Rusted.
Very quickly. Just... Yeah. It's broken, Ollie.
Well, that explains the principle of the zoom-R lens. Now, television. This is the signal which shows when the camera's hot. This is the chimney. No, that's not the chimney. That's where you put the popcorn. No. This is the television camera. And in a television station, a television works with the vertical frame-frames and the horizontal frame-frames and the horizontal frou-frous, which go around and up and down. Well, you know all that.
You know, our in-studio engineers were taking notes during that segment.
As well they might.
How about the loyalty of the audience? Tell me about that.
Absolutely incredible. In the fall of 1951, NBC announced that they were going to cut the show back from half an hour to 15 minutes. There was a national outcry. But again, Ollie figured out how to beat the system. Watch the beginning of their first 15-minute show.
RCA Victor and its dealers present Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players.
Hold it. You.
Yes, Ollie.
Boy, Jack.
What's the matter, Ollie?
Why, you're playing that opening just as if we had all the time in the world.
Well, there wasn't all the time in the world, but watch how he coaches announcer Hugh Downs and pianist Jack Fascinato to get the show on the air by doing everything in double time.
Now, start from Burr Tillstrom there.
Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players.
Hugh, there's a faster way of getting over that Burr Tillstrom. Bertelstrom.
Very well.
Just put the act.
Present Bertelstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran,
No,
Ollie.
we can cut Fran Allison, too. Fran Allison.
Fran Allison, all right, let's see. Present Bertelstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran, and Ollie.
Not bad, Hugh. You're doing it. All right, now, if we can get all the rest of the engineers together now, and get this thing on a cooperative basis, we'll get off in 15 minutes. We may just complete the pan down, but we'll get off on time. All righty, now, I'd like to try, I don't know just how this engineering set up. I would like to start it from the little RCA Victor dog, please. Pretty sloppy, boys. I suppose that's the only way you can do it. All right, now, quick dissolve. Quick dissolve. Pan down. Oh, no, heavens, no. You didn't stop on me long enough. All right, all right, now, a quick dissolve. Pan down. You're not going to get along with this very well. Well, we'll try. Now, let's put it all together and see what it spells. It does not spell mother. All right, let's start the show again. Twice as fast. Here we go.
RCA Victor and his dealers present Bert Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kukla Bullet players with Franelson in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
All right, Jack, you've got to cut that music about half. Just about half.
Make a four-bar cut.
But it was much better.
So let's keep that in
Much
mind
better.
when they cut us back. Well, eventually the show was truncated out of existence. But let's close out by going back to their third birthday in October 13th of 1950, when it seemed like the show was going to go on forever.
I remember that first show that we did, and we didn't know how long it was going to go on, and all of a sudden, it did go on.
That first show was a very long hour, wasn't
It
it?
was a long hour. That's when we did an hour in those days. And then I was just thinking, I've never, I never really known people in the big company before so well as I've known the RCA family. And it's kind of wonderful to think in 3 years the wonderful progress television has made, and the wonderful things that it's enabled us to do.
I should say.
Why, just what's going to happen in the next year and the next year and the next year. I think things are going to be real exciting, don't you?
I'm sure they will be. One for you, one for you, Ollie, one for me,
Yeah.
and the whole thing for our 3 years.
Wonderful. Careful of fire now.
Yes, I'm highly inflammable.
Watch it then.
Yes, I won't get near.
2, 3.
That's lovely.
Isn't that pretty?
Maybe we should make a wish right now before we could do one now and then we could do one later at the party.
That would give us 2 chances,
Let's do it, shall we?
Mustn't tell what it is.
No. We'll wish.
Wish real hard.
Okay. Ready? Okay.
We get the wish.
We do.
And this is Bert Tillstrom. Kukla, Fran, Ollie, Jack, and our whole gang are very grateful for the wonderful messages that came in today. We hope to answer them all very soon. Good night. See you next week.
Rich, you look at that, and it's so sweet.
Yeah, it is, and it doesn't seem that long ago, does it? I should say that there was life for Kukla, Fran and Ollie after NBC. Indeed, in 1970, they did a series right here in these studios. Bert Tillstrom died in 1959. Fran Allison died in 1989. But their work, of course, lives on forever. And people can go see some of it at the Chicago History Museum, where Burr left all of his films.
And Rich, I understand that you watched the very first broadcast.
I watched the very first broadcast.
How did you react to it as a kid?
I thought it was really neat. And of course, it was not a kid's show. Again, when you look at the people the people you named who watched the show, when you look at some of the sponsors the show had, Ford Motor Company, kids don't buy cars. It was a show indeed for the entire family. And you don't see shows like that anymore, really.
Indeed. Rich, thanks very much. Nicely done. And that's our show for this Thursday night. I hope you join us tomorrow night at 7 for the Week in Review. Joel Wiseman and his panel of reporters tackle the top stories of the week. Then it's